Welcome to the George's FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss my final trades for this week and team sheets. I think these will be my final trades after I backflipped last week on the video, but I've had these trades for all week, haven't really played with it much, and so this is what I came up with. So essentially, Flynn, Dacos, Carroll in. I feel like there's a lot of decent ins this week. Like if you went Petrarca, if you went a Sherry, I guess if you went Gorn, speak about that in a moment, you'd be happy. So like a lot of good options you would think to bring in. I got rid of Short, which I'm okay with. Probably was, I shouldn't be, like a player like this, you're not supposed to upgrade at this time of the year, but this should have been a different player, and then we wouldn't have to upgrade them, but just looking after the cash, I didn't want to trade rookies with low break-evens and whatnot, and needed a path to Nick before he was gone, because Butters is gone, Bont's gone for most of us anyway, and now Gorn is gone, so I feel like I don't want Nick to be in that bucket where we have to, and then, Whitford's borderline gone as well. I guess 600 is kind of gettable, but still it's tough when you got Sinclair coming down, Petrarca and stuff like that, but you got rid of Henderson and Max Hall as well, who had a low break even, who was happy to hold. But looking at team sheets, I don't know if he will be sub, but last on the bench is never, I mean, who knows, but I don't think it's out of the realm, so he could be sub. But tonight went so poorly for us. No Gorn, no Petrarca. I'm glad we have Lindsay, but we didn't field him. We didn't even E him. I thought there was no real point because we don't really have a loop anyway, so anyway, that's my trades. If in terms of targets, Petrarca, Sinclair are probably the main two over the next 2 weeks. So Petrarca next week, and check out, I think General Saunders on Twitter or X says 496k. So he didn't get away from us, put up a big one, but he's still gettable and just a little bit behind the pack at the moment in terms of like trading a short type this time of year. At least we one extra rookie than I probably could have had on the field. Or would have been nice to have one less. And then should have got Dacos last week. Who'd we get again? I can't remember who we got. No, we just did double down last week. But should have got Dacos last week if we could have. And then now we're getting Petrarca. Should have got him this week, even though, the break even, I think it was 95, so it's all right. But, anyway, they're my targets, Sinclair, Petrarca. I've thought about Sicily, if it might be like still sub 500. Just watching Sicily, I think he's getting enough of the ball. He's just a bit clumsy at the moment, dropping marks, basic turnovers. Like, I think it'll click eventually for him, but I guess the fall time is a little bit stressful too. Anyway, look at team sheets. Probably actually worth discussing in terms of rookies coming through for us. So potentially Buslinger, I wouldn't go early just because he's out for Jones. So Jones is a quality player, could easily take his spot back, but I just let that one play out. Tunstall next week, I think he's got sub written all over him. And in terms of, there's a few pod rooks this week as well. There's Will White, who's got a good score in his system, negative 47 break even. I think job security is reasonable because he has been playing okay, but did have the two easy matchups. I think Dudley will be in the best 22, so he's similar price. Break even's a little bit higher. That run is pretty horrific though. Crows saying it's not bad. Pies, Giants, Port in form, Gold Coast over there. That's a disgustingly bad run actually. In terms of Fremantle like winning games, that's JL is going to be under the pump. And then I've just gone Carroll because his role is better. Like, I'd rather be in the back line than a small forward. I guess he's extra year, not in the system, but I think he actually might have been rookied by Carlton last year. I don't know, but that 1 year older than like fresh out the draft, looked okay, used it well, unlike a lot of the Carlton players this year. So I'll just back him in. There's a lot of players, like there's Boyd's in the 2s, Cowan's in the extended squad, Chincotta's back in, I think, 1 to 2 or something like that. So maybe they bring Chincotta back through the VFL. But if he can just give us 3 or 4 games, get to hopefully like in the mid 200s, 250. He's got 260s in his system. And I remember watching him in preseason, looked pretty good. But yeah, it'll be a little bit testing. Oh, Geelong, Adelaide, Saints not bad. Sydney. Oh, this run sucks. They do have West Coast North again, it seems, pretty early on. We'll probably be gone by then. But look, when you're in the back line, it's a little bit easier to score. Like, look at tonight. Just defenders just farmed marks. But yeah. How did Trainer go? I know his DT was good. 66. Okay. I thought he was good for intercepts tonight. I think you're fine if you held it, and I'd actually just keep fielding, to be honest. I feel more comfortable with him than Zach Reed and Pry in the wet tomorrow, it seems. But yeah, quickly go on team sheets. Not much really to tell here. Campbell Gray. Geez, he's got some terrible tattoos. Subbed out. I'm guessing, Bolt will come back in. So for me, he's just not... Yeah, it's a no from me. Can't see it. Sure, we'll give him another one if he plays, but not looking good. Bowie's low-key, probably not primo SuperCoach, but I think in fantasy he's top 6 at the moment, so yeah, insane pick over there. Petrarca was really good. I like Langford, he's playing good, and I guess Oliver kick-started in the 3rd quarter, but yeah, it's a bit worrying in the first half where I think he was on 20-something. But I think we all have him pretty much, so it's whatever. Alright, Collingwood versus Essendon. So Houston's back in, so it'd be interesting to see if that affects Long at all. I think maybe slightly if they want to put Perryman back in the midfield because... Okay, there's 6 defenders here. Okay, I think maybe Perryman's in the back line. 7 defenders. Who have they taken out? Darcy Moore, and they've added Houston. I'm confusion. So who's their key defender for Moore? Howe and Frampton. So I think Perryman's in the back line again. Okay, so I think if you have Long, you should be good, I think. Am I missing a defender here? Don't think so. Damn, that's a miss. That's annoying. Is what it is. Nice pick if you got him. Looking at Essendon, Goldie's in, so he's like 370k, not really an option. We got Flynn for 100k less, or you got your Sherry for keeper as well, and if you went Gorn, it would have been nice. I'm probably going to field both. I don't really want to field Reed. Maybe I field Carroll, who's not even guaranteed in the 22 at the moment. So yeah, this structure kind of sucks. We need Hewitt or Lindsay here, but we can't fix that for like 2 weeks because we're locked thanks to Sandy Brock. Or thanks to me picking him. Sardis, El Hawley, looks like they're just not best 22, so probably move them on when you get a chance. Freo versus the Crows. It'll be a good game, I think. So no Erasmus, despite O'Meara doing his hammy. So could have been a rookie for us, but not to be. And no real relevance in the Crows, really. If you have Dawson, if you have Rankin, you're cool with that. Probably Sid Draper sub, you'd imagine, or Taylor, one of those two. And maybe I reckon Nark will be sub here, and they'll give a full game to Dudley. So if you have him, I think you'll be okay long term. Crows don't really tag, so I think if you're a Sarong owner like me, you might get a bit of relief this week before he gets Winhagen in a few weeks, but I think we put Peatling on, what's his name, Rao a few weeks ago and did an okay job. So I wonder if that happens, but I don't think it'll be hard tag. So Crows win, Sarong, big score please, would be great. Saints versus Brisbane, so Keeler in, which means like if anyone thought about like Marshall and Boyd playing together, I think they prefer Keeler at the moment. Lohman in. Lohman's a jet. It's interesting. I was listening to SEN today, and they were saying like it was Dwayne's World. Like they were had a few callers say, like, who's the best small forward in the comp? Like, who would you take? They were saying, like, right now, like, some people are saying Watson, probably not at the moment, but, Dylan Moore, though he's more half forward. Cosy Pickett. I honestly think Kai Loman's not far off. From watching him last year, he was just unbelievable. So for me, he's so good to watch. And I think he's top 5 small forward, in my opinion, in the comp. I expect Brisbane to get it done here, you'd think. Bounce back after their poor one. A bit of an extra break as well, playing on the Friday. I mean, it's hard to... How is Jimmy not sub here? It's not... Unless they want to ease Loman in, which I doubt. I can't see him not being sub. Like, he just has to be. It just sucks for Tunsil. So he's not really... I'm not really planning for him. So we'll need to find a solution. So Joe Berry's in. Had 25 in the 2s. He's got North. Might be able to fill his boots up here. I guess he's sub-risk, but it seems like he's too good for the 2s. I think it's just worth watching at the moment. Yeah, could easily be sub here, though. We need something for next week, so we'll try and figure out something. And I'm not really keen to go early on busting it, but we'll see how he goes. Rory Atkins out. Few kids in for North, so Dawson, Archer, Hardiman. So someone also rang us in today saying, like, these kids are playing really well. Why are they playing in the 2s? So Core and Griffin Logue out. Must be omitted unless... Okay, how much is Dawson? He was rookie for us last year, I think. 280, that's too much. How much is Hardiman? I think he's too much too. Okay, 167, not bad. Has he played this year? He has. Why am I using this? Dark mode. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm guessing he's been sub here. I guess we can watch for one because his break even is 57. Fisher's out, Hammy. They can't. He cannot play again. Honestly, you can't play him and Daniel in the same team. It's ridiculous. Finn, get him out of defense. Like, not a defender. So yeah, that goes. I tell you what, it's gonna be a tough watch not having Horn Francis and Butters. Just the way North's midfield's been performing the last few weeks. Unless they bounce back on form, Port, you'd think run rings around their midfield, but week to week anything can happen. Looks like Jesse's out for Giants. Oh, sorry, Jesse's back in for the Giants, and they're going to put Busting on him. They've gotten rid of Drop Liam Jones, so that'll be interesting. So Bus got a big job ahead of him. Yeah, interesting selection call. We'll see how it goes. I wish I had Whitfield. I think Whitfield go nuts this game. Loves Monica Oval. Sub here, it's probably O'Halloran. Here, it's probably Hines, you'd think. How much is Cleary? Feel like he's been okay. 195. Yeah, I don't mind him. Just too expensive. Wish I started and he played early, but yeah, I actually like him as a player. I think this is Davidson's last week for me, so you just kind of hope, just give us like something nice. Giants Monica is going to be a tough game though, so I'm tossing up whether I field Elijah Hewitt, but he's playing away against Hawthorn, so I think the Bulldogs can be more competitive with the Giants, and West Coast will be with Hawthorn, so probably going to field Davidson, but yeah, should have gone Lindsay, but I don't know how you predict that. Gold Coast versus Sydney. Extended benches and whatnot. So I don't think Patton or Sheldrick will play. I don't know if Ladhams does, but I think Cleary, I mean, who plays here? Like Bice plays. I'm guessing Hamling does. Need another key defender back there. Oh, they got McCann Milliken. I don't know if he does or not. we'll worry about that on Sunday night. But I think Cleary, he did himself no favours last week. So just hope that he gets another chance. He was pretty good the weeks before. And yeah, I guess watch on Flanders, I suppose. He'll get cheap, but he's one where do you just let it go for the season because there's limited preseason going to affect him for the full year. Carlton versus Geelong, so Doherty, Cowan, Mackay back in. So I'm not sure. I don't think Doc's best 22 at the moment. I'm not sure Cowan is either. I'm guessing Young goes out because they got Mackay back, White, Akers, Carroll. So I think Carroll should hold. So I'm going Carroll, like 99k, better roll than the other rooks. Looked okay, easy matchup. So see how we go. But you have to gamble a little bit with rookie sometimes because everything else might be a gamble too. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I'm not sure that's a natural debut. We should just extend the squad emergency. So I think Nevitt is in trouble for sub. Yeah, we'll see. I think the coach said he was best 22 a few weeks ago. So we'll see. Maybe he keeps playing. But yeah, he just looks, just confidence, but doesn't look as good as he was in the first few weeks. Hawthorn versus the Eagles. So who comes in for Nash? Maybe it's Huswaite. Maybe they give more mid-time. Maybe it's Ward. Maybe it's McKenzie. Who knows? But I do think they like more forward. So if you have more, he's got a nice run coming. Also copped a pretty bad knock late last week. So I think his quarter 4 was impacted by that. So I wouldn't touch more. But if you have him, I think you'll get some nice fixtures out of this. And hopefully it goes well for you. West Coast, Harry Edwards dropped. I mean, they've played one key defender before, so my man Sandy Brock is no guarantee to come in, but if they do decide to play an extra tall, then a second tall, because it's McGovern right now, maybe it's Sandy Brock. So unless they want to put Oscar Allen back there, because I don't know, I think they can't really drop Archer Reed. Waterman's the main man. And I guess they want to pump games into Jake Williams. I don't know. So I think, Hewitt plays here. Gross should play, which is good for us with Tim Kelly out. That have him. And then, not sure about Brockman, if he plays or not. Maybe it's one of Brockman or Long. That's 3. Dewar, maybe 4. Yeah, I'm not sure if Sandy Brock actually plays here, but fingers crossed. I wouldn't go there. Just go Carroll. So that's the team sheets. That's my trades again. Yeah, tonight was so bad. Gorn 170, Petrarca 130, no Lindsay on the field. Just absolute disaster. But I think Short's the first player over 440k that I've traded out over the past year and a bit since the start of last year that hasn't gone 130 because there's been 6 plays that have gone 130 plus that I've traded out. So I learned my lesson on the 7th try. Well, not really, because I traded another one out, but at least, Short, because like Vlossen takes all the intercepts, so Short doesn't intercept, so his ceiling's always going to be a bit capped. I think we'll leave it at that. I don't know if there's anything more to discuss. I think, long weekend again, which is good. Relax, watch football. Hopefully Crows get up. Hopefully Cleary holds. Hopefully Davidson, we need a parting gift from Davidson. So next week trades. So Davidson to Petrarca. So that'll be, say Davidson scores, what's his break even? Say he scores 60. I don't know, 315k. So that's 180k to get to Petrarca. So we need to find 50k from somewhere. So it might be Cleary down, but to who? I don't know. It might be Zach Reed down, but to who? So just depends if Cleary plays. Keep holding, but we can. Stone's DPP will come in handy. So there's nobody. It's early on. It's early on bustling, or it's like one of these random Hardeman or some shit. So it's a bit of a worry. See how we go. Might be Oh, one thing I want to note, forgot to mention. So McKercher and Sheasel both trained down back. Someone said that on X Training Watcher, and it was confirmed on Big Footy too. Although I think Sheasel did cop a bit of a knock at training, so I don't think he participated much. But I did see Colby played a bit of halfback, so one to watch for next week. Also, Mateus is coming back. So maybe I could definitely grab Petrarca, but maybe see what happens with McKercher. His break-even is quite high. But we know he can score and he'll get a bit of confidence off halfback. Horrific matchup this week. Port away. Probably as bad as it gets for defenders, but maybe he's like 330k, plays halfback, drops a 90 or something. So we can look at that next week. Maybe grab Mateus too. We'll see. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and have a good weekend.